that mindful economics is written in a way that gives people a resource if they want to go and understand the U.S. economy, its history, its most powerful institutions, and capitalism.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also about how these institutions have kind of in many ways gone off the rails and have become quite destructive,
mm-hmm.
ecologically as well as politically and culturally in many other ways,
mm-hmm.
income inequality and so on. And so I have a whole section on those issues. You know, here's the economic system, here's the issues, the problems related to that system.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last part, the last 4 chapters of the book are what can we do to get out of this system and start fostering the development of alternatives.
Mm-hmm. And what are some of those alternatives?
As I mentioned, these cooperative movements, private small business enterprise that are part of a community, community corporations, B corporations, public enterprise, all of these institutions that would sort of stand outside of that capitalist growth imperative model and the need to generate returns to shareholders and
slow money. Yeah.
The separation of ownership and work and all those kinds of things. So these models would be integrating ownership, work, community, values, sustainability, all those things.
So things like farmers markets?
Exactly.
And worker co-ops?
Worker co-ops or producer co-ops or community co-ops. You know, there's a lot of different varieties of those. Mm-hmm. So many of these sort of just kind of organically start to sprout up and grow in communities where there's a real need.
Mm-hmm.
And their history goes back at least 100 years in these sort of modern forms when I think times were much more brutal for small communities scattered around North America, and people really needed to. They didn't have any choice. It was either that or just fall right into poverty.
Mm. Or into the hands of the company store.
Exactly. Yeah. It was
and
a
the
company
farmer
town,
here,
company
yeah.
store. Savage exploitation of people and the land, and so the people really desperately needed to build these alternatives, and they did.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been around. I mean, they haven't disappeared. They're always small and sort of on the margins of mainstream society, but they're there and they're stable, and people have relied on them for a very long time.
Well, rural Alberta, the co-ops are often the center of the community. It's not that they're marginal, it's that they're local.
Well, in the U.S., they're very marginal.
Oh, okay. Can you hold up your book for a second?
Sure.
Um,
So this came out September last year.
Okay.